my name is Tom Sawyer. I don't want to be no doctor or no lawyer. Fishing by the river, that's the only place to be. I want to be free sitting under a tree, that's me. These are the stories of Tom Sawyer. Me and Unc Finn just playing by the river. Chasing that steamboat teacher, let me be. I want to be free sitting under a tree. That's me!
Sawyer, you come here this very instant. You tricked me into that rock, so it don't count as far as I'm concerned. It'll count when I catch up to you. You couldn't catch me if I had 2 broken legs. Watch out for that face. And I get you. Tom Sawyer, you stopped at this instant. Sid, you go and fetch your brother Tom. Hey, Jim, is it all right if I hide in there?
Mm-hmm. He'll be finding you anyway.
Hey, Jim, have you seen Tom?
Not recently.
But he must have come running right by you.
I ain't seen nobody.
I bet you he snuck right by you and hid inside the cabin.
Are you telling
Shucks.
the truth, Jim? Or has Tom gotten you to cover for him? Jim, is Tom hiding himself in your cabin? My friend Jim. Keep your head still, Tom Sawyer, or I'll never get done.
You should have been finished long ago, Mary.
I would be if you'd ever learn to hold still.
I am holding. Just get it done with.
Oh, Tom, stop your complaining. We're expecting a visit from Dr. Mitchell, and I don't want you looking like a scamp.
I look better than he does.
Don't be nasty.
Ooh.
Hold still, or I'll snip off an ear.
Ooh, what are you smiling about?
Stop moving, Tom!
Why, Dr. Mitchell, what an unexpected pleasure, but I don't believe anyone's feeling poorly.
The fact is, Miss Polly, I'd like to offer Mary a job.
Oh, come in. What sort of a job is it, Doctor?
Mary inquired about being a nurse during her last office visit. Didn't take it too seriously, but then I got to thinking about it.
My Mary told you she wants to work as a nurse?
You see, Mrs. Neal, my nurse for so many years, is no longer with me.
And you think Mary could replace her?
Well, if she has her mind set on being a nurse, why not come and work for me?
But your wife's had lots of experience as a nurse. Seems to me only natural that Miss Mitchell be your first choice.
I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Well, I do.
Oh?
You could do with some more business before you think about Mary. Dr. Robinson's patients are in line before he even opens his doors.
If he's the type of doctor that likes to keep his patients waiting, then let him. Far as I'm concerned, it's against the Hippocratic Oath.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. But I dare say that unless you spend more time doctoring and less time drinking, in no time at all you'll find yourself without any patients.
Maybe. Now then, about Mary.
I suppose if her heart's set on it, I'll not stand in her way. She's old enough to make up her own mind, I reckon.
You weren't so stubborn about getting your hair trimmed.
Sharpen the scissors, maybe they'd work better.
They'd work fine if you comb your hair. Sid could teach you good grooming, Tom.
Not in my lifetime.
You'll look like a real gentleman with your haircut, Master Tom.
Watch who you're calling a gentleman. Mary, ain't you ever gonna finish?
Not just yet. I gotta get rid of those snags and snarls. They've been in there
You
for
did
I don't know
that
how
side.
long.
Ow!
Dear me, we might be at this for quite a little while.
Ooh, I'm gonna bleed to death before this is over.
I'm not usually one to go about praising my own doctor, but Mary's quite capable. I'm sure she'll make a proper nurse.
I've never doubted her talents for a moment, Mrs. Sawyer. I'm sure it'll work out.
That's That's it. I'm finished whether you are or not.
I told you, Thomas, you're not getting up from that chair until I'm finished with
Oh,
you.
come on, Mary. Them scissors wouldn't cut hot butter.
I'm almost finished now.
Well, hurry up. My hair's growing faster and you're cutting it.
If you wash your hair every now and then, it would help.
I'm gonna be bald before you're through.
Oh, stop that now. Oh, no, you don't. Now, you hold still till I'm finished, you hear?
Let me go, Mary. I got better things to do.
Goodness, what's all the fuss about? Tom.
Oh.
Tom Sawyer, if you know what's good for you, you'll sit down and be still.
Whoa, that's enough. Mary, a nurse? Ha! I'd rather be sent to prison than let her doctor around with my body.
You hush your mouth, Tom Sawyer.
Oh, come on, Mary. Admit it. You consider it major surgery when you give me a haircut.
I almost suffocated when she practiced on my head this afternoon.
That's ridiculous. Honestly. As a matter of fact, I happen to be the best nurse in St. Petersburg, Mother, and they know it.
If Mary's as good at nursing as she was at cutting my hair, then Dr. Mitchell will lose what's left of his practice.
I don't think you understand what's going on.
What do you mean?
Mary's the prettiest girl in town. The boys will flock to Dr. Mitchell's just to see her.
You must be joshing.
Sydney, what a beautiful thing to say. Am I really that pretty?
Sure as God made little apples.
Do you remember that little box of mine that you've been after? Well, I want you to have it.
Really?
Come up to my room later and I'll fetch it for you.
Ugh, this conversation's getting too mushy for me.
I'm not joshing, Tom. I think Mary's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Okay. But that still doesn't explain how you think you're going to help Dr. Mitchell with his practice.
I'll just do the best that I can. Now, I expect you'll take responsibility for things while I'm gone, Tom, and you've got to help out your aunt in whatever way you can.
You won't have to worry about a thing. Just leave everything to me.
I hope you really mean that. Mother's going to need a great deal of help. Goodbye, Mother.
Bye,
Mary, goodbye.
One, two, three, four. One,
What a waste
two,
of time.
3, 4. That's enough.
Chore time.
No, Sid, I already done my chores. I'm going to go see her.
I wish I could come.
That could be arranged, Sid. If you just tell me what's in that box Mary gave you.
I don't know what you're talking about. What box is that, Tom?
Don't you play dumb with me.
Oh, you mean that box. Well, what about it?
Can I see it?
No, you can't.
Well, then, how about if I trade you something for it?
No, there's nothing you have that I'm interested in. Anyway, that box is a perfect place to store my special things in.
I'll give you my Cardiff Hill treasure map.
Don't want it.
All my marbles.
I'm still not interested.
How about my old British powder horn?
I'm not trading it, Tom.
Not even if I throw in my cannonball and my fishing rod?
Not even if you throw in the moon.
How about this, Sid? I'll give you my dog collar and my pet frog.
You give me the collar and the frog?
If you trade me.
I don't believe so.
You make me so mad you can just play by yourself from now on, you hear?
Hey, Tom, can I come with you?
Hi, Huck.
Huh? Oh, Tom. Howdy.
And who's our next patient, Mary?
There is no patient, Doctor, just a young man with a note from Mr. Rogers.
It's a bill for last month's groceries.
He said you had to pay now or he wouldn't continue giving you credit.
Then we'll pay him.
Where are you going to find the money when you haven't any patients?
I'll find it somehow, my dear.
How?
Don't worry. There's still lots of folks around here that have faith in this old country doctor. Besides, not having any patients merely indicates how healthy the people are in this village.
But of late, when anybody's gotten sick, they've gone to Dr. Robinson.
Mary,
Yes, sir?
I'd rather not hear that young man's name mentioned in this office ever again.
But it's the truth.
Folks say he's a very good doctor.
Only a fool would go to a city slicker like that for doctoring.
But he does seem to tend to the needs of his patients, and he seems so very intelligent, I think.
You mean to tell me you've been taken in by this imposter like the rest of this town?
I don't understand why you're so prejudiced against Dr. Robinson. To my mind, he's done nothing but good for this town. Is it because people would rather be tended to by him than by yourself? Dr. Mitchell, I'll do everything I can to get your practice back. But you've got to make a commitment to changing your ways and becoming more involved in your doctoring than you have been.
Mary, you know you're right. I've been a jealous old fool, but there's no reason I can't start mending my bridges right away.
Doctor, I'm glad to hear you say that. I'd be proud to work for the best doctor in St. Pete.
You've given me some real sensible advice. You've got a real good head on your shoulders, young lady. You see, things are getting better already.
I hope it's a customer. Come in. The doctor will see you now. Mother, what are you doing here?
Hello, dear. I fixed you something nice for lunch.
Oh, Mother, now you didn't have to go to all that trouble.
No trouble at all. It was the least I could do.
Well, that's very nice of you.
Aren't you going to ask me inside?
Dr. Mitchell's been down on himself.
Have you any idea why?
No patients have come in. Mother, are you feeling well?
I'm feeling just fine.
Any indigestion?
Can't say that I have.
Mother, can't you please try and find a tiny little pain somewhere?
You want me to lie?
Did you ever wish you could fly, Huck?
I reckon being a bird might have its advantages, but I'd rather keep both my feet on the ground.
How about let's take a swim? The water's perfect and I'm hot.
That sure beats listening to your bird chatter.
Well, let's go. What in tarnation is that? Well, I'll be. Would you look at that? Come here, Huck.
What is it? Huh? We're being invaded.
Now, don't be silly, Huck. I know what it is.
What?
That there's a hot air balloon.
It is? Well, I'll be.
Oh, my Lord, they're coming to get us. It's the end of the world.
Mother, what's wrong? Mother!
It be the day of judgment.
It's the devil.
Open the door. Let me in. Let me in. Open the door, I tell you.
Sheriff Collins! Sheriff Collins! Hey! Hey! Come quick! It's up in the sky! Come on! Come on! It's flying above the houses!
Well, that's a balloon, by golly.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Oh, Lord, mercy!
Tom! Let's get out of here before that thing comes down.
It's not coming here. It's heading up towards Cardiff Hill.
I don't want to be anywhere near that thing when it lands, Tom.
Oh, don't be such a fraidy cat, Huck. I'm gonna chase it.
Not without me, you ain't. I'm not waiting around here for Lord knows what to attack me. I think you're crazy, but I'm going with you.
Well, let's go. There's no way of telling where that balloon's gonna put down.
I'm hoping it won't put down at all. Hey, wait for me, Tom. We might as well both die together. Wait! Where did it go?
It's behind those trees. Come on.
I ain't sure I want to find it. Whoa!
See there, Huck? I know what I'm talking about. Look!
It is a monster.
No, it's just a balloon.
Are you sure about that? I ain't never seen a balloon that big, Tom.
Don't worry, come on.
No, Tom, I ain't going near that thing.
Oh, Huck, you're just being silly.
I hope you know what I'm doing. This whole thing's too strange for my taste, Tom. Appears to me the darn thing disappeared into thin air.
Yeah, that's strange.
Maybe it crashed on the other side of the hill.
Let's go see.
Just hold on to the rope and haul the balloon to the ground. That's the way, boys. That's the way. Pull.
Tom, we ain't gonna be able to hold this thing down.
Hang on. Don't let go whatever you do.
I'm too young to die, Tom.
Don't give up, Huck. We can do it. Here we go. There we go. We got it now.
Take it easy. If you pull too hard, the basket will come down on you.
Oh, no.
Grab the rope. Grab the rope.
Is he alive?
It looks like he's still breathing.
Yeah, but he could still be hurt bad. We'd better check him for broken bones. You all right, mister?
I'm still in one piece, far as I can tell.
See if you can move. You could have some broken bones, you know.
I don't believe so.
That's a nasty bump you got on your head.
Come to think of it, I am feeling a bit shaky.
Let me help you.
Thanks for helping. My back seems to be out. Maybe I'd better sit a while.
Hey, mister, where in the world you come from?
My name is Arthur O'Connor. I'm in the Army Corps of Engineers.
Then you're a soldier. And that's a reconnaissance balloon, ain't it?
Yes, it is, lad. How'd you come to know that?
Well, I read a lot of magazines. Anything about flying and such. I read an article about it just recently. It's fascinating.
It's uncanny. I'm astonished that someone as young as you would know anything at all about ballooning. Say, could one of you boys please tell me where I am?
This is St. Petersburg.
I've never heard of St. Petersburg. What state is it in?
Missouri?
Missouri, eh? So the wind hasn't really taken me that far after all.
Really? How far? Where'd you take off from, Mr. O'Connor?
Talking to you'd be a lot easier if I knew your name.
Tom Sawyer.
And you?
I'm Huckleberry Finn.
Well now, since we're not strangers anymore, I feel a whole lot more comfortable. But the Army has regulations, you see, and if I were to tell you where I came from, I'd be breaking the rules. Understand? All I can tell you for now is that a sudden wind came up and blew me off course.
Golly willikers. Then you're on some sort of secret mission, I reckon.
Well, now, if I were, I certainly couldn't tell you about it, now could I? But I guess it'd be all right to tell you this much, that I'm an engineer on a test flight for the United States Army.
Sounds awful important, Mr. O'Connor.
Why don't you just call me Arthur? If we're going to be friends, I think it's only right that you call me by my given name. All right?
Suits me.
Right.
Good enough. Now, here's the situation. It's essential that I contact the local authorities. I need help. I've got to find a way to transport this balloon to Chicago, Illinois. Come on, we're wasting time. Let's go. I think my ankle's sprained. I can't put any weight on it.
We'd better fetch a doctor for you. Easy now.
No, I don't need a doctor. You just go and get some help. I'll be all right.
Uh-oh. Looks like the town folk have formed a posse. The sheriff's with them. Reckon they want to know what you're up to.
That's perfect. I'm not surprised they're curious. Not many folks have seen a balloon.
Release those boys immediately and come forward with your hands up.
What? What's he talking about?
If you don't come out from behind that tree, we'll drag you out.
Hey, Sheriff Collins, he don't mean no harm. He's from the Army. His balloon crashed and he needs help.
Tell him to come out and show himself.
His name is Arthur O'Connor. He's with the Army. He just wants to speak with you about getting his balloon out of the tree and back to Chicago, Sheriff.
Balloon, huh? That's so.
Good day, Sheriff. My name is Arthur O'Connor. I'm an Army engineer, and I'd be much obliged for your help.
Hey, the truth, Mr. O'Connor. When I saw that balloon fly over, scare those townsfolk half to death, I didn't know what we were up against. For all I knew, that contraption of yours was trying to attack the town. I had no idea.
You see, I'm on a test flight for the Army, Sheriff. I'd greatly appreciate some help getting my balloon down so that I can repair it.
Me and Hux had a lot of adventures, but today sure put the crown on the chimney. So anyway, that's the story of how the first balloon in America came to St. Petersburg. It sure is exciting to know that human beings are finally going to be able to fly. When I grow up, I want to become a flyer just like Arthur O'Connor. And if I have my way, I'm going to get a ride in that balloon before he leaves here.